Well, hello and welcome to another episode of The Card Show. We're in the thick of things with F1 being back after the break. Football's, transfer deadline's been for soccer, should we say, or football. It's you say in the UK. So we have that side of things there. Obviously, we had the last Sunday as of recording this without NFL until February, which is obviously always great news for the NFL fans. We have the crazy news in the tennis, which if you don't know, wait till later on to find out what I'm going to say about that part, but I'm sure you would already know. And probably one of the most popular news stories the last few days, the Oasis tickets. But yeah, let's talk about actual sports cards, as you know, it's a card show podcast. So without further ado, let's get into that. We have a few new releases. This coming week, we have the Panini Spectra basketball. So cards per pack in a hobby is 5, packs per box in a hobby is 4, boxes per case a hobby is 8. And in this, so what you're expecting in a hobby is 4 autographs, 2 memorabilia cards, and 4 parallels. Especially one of those interesting products. Doesn't command sort of the biggest price on the secondary market, but I know there's a fair few people that like Spectra. It comes out after you Prism selects as well, so it's always in the mix. It's a new one as well, new sort of rookie to chase, I suppose, and you've got a rookie card. They do have some nice designs. I will say that there are some nice cards. Let me know how your thoughts on Spectra. Are you a Spectra fan? I'm impartial. I do like some. As a collector of certain cards or certain players, I don't mind picking up some of the numbered and parallel etc. of said players. I don't have any with me, I don't think, so I can't show you right now, but especially for those that are listening. But yeah, Spectra is released for that basketball. We have the 2023 National Treasures football. So the hobby box is 8 cards per pack, 1 pack per box, 4 boxes per case. Interesting. With the National Treasures, expensive, big risk. Was it high reward, high risk, high reward? Yeah, that sounds about right. What to expect in a hobby box? 6 autograph or memorabilia cards, 1 parallel, and then 1 base or insert in total. That is your 8 cards per pack. Plus side, obviously, the 6 autographs or memorabilia cards. You're hoping to get, more of the autos and mems. National Treasures, especially in football, is obviously one of the higher products, one of the most sort of revered products. Does have the downside of not having game used sort of patches anymore. Flawless seem to talk that sort of mantle, especially for the price you're paying for National Treasures. But it's a big, again, 8 just 8 cards. Very nice designs, very sort of, it's always basic, especially compared to what the Spectre basketball we just talked about, which can be very bold, colourful. With your National Treasures, it's very usually white background, subtle hints of ruby or emerald, etc., and sort of the colorways, the gold, silver, etc. But nice, very nice cards, very sought after as well. So let me know if you're. Do you prefer National Treasures over Flawless, or vice versa? You Flawless over National Treasures? Let me know your thoughts. What next we have? We have Score 2024 Score football. 40 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 12 boxes per case, set size of 400 cards. So what to expect in a hobby box is 4 autographs, 36 inserts, 10 parallels. Interesting. Score, again, very low-end product. You won't see a big return, should we say, there, in investment if you're looking to buy that to flip, or just sort of make money on the autographs, the 4 autographs you're going to get. don't get me wrong, obviously, there's going to be set players that people will chase, especially if they're very low numbered autos, etc. But usually, score is not the biggest of demand products. So, yeah, hit or miss there. It's a bit of a miss. A lot of cards, a lot of cards there. There's only 40 cards. Jesus. Let me know. You a score fan? No, listen, I do not discriminate. Collectors collect what they want to collect, and people always, want certain things. I will probably have a few Score Mahomes cards. Wouldn't surprise me. I think I've definitely got some like Spectre and stuff like that. So it's different courses from horses. But yeah, it won't be something I'll be overly invested in this time around, I don't think. And then we have 2023-24 Panini Select FIFA. This is 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, 12 boxes per case, set size of 250 cards. What are we expecting here? So we're getting 3 autograph all memorabilia cards, 7 inserts, and 14 parallels. Obviously, with this FIFA, like Panini Select is like the sort of World Cup sort of stuff, really. The international teams. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The international teams. So, you got your Messi and Argentina kits and Mbappe and the French kits, that sort of stuff. Nice enough so that people like Select. Very nice designs of Select. I've seen some nice cards in this set as well. 3 autos and memorabilia in the hobbies, which is nice. Yeah, I think that'll do well. I do like Select as well. It's a weird one, Select. There's a lot of different sports where Select doesn't hit as much. I think we've seen, was it last year before? Maybe last year, where Select Soccer did a lot better than sort of Prism Soccer. I think this year around, maybe flips a little bit, like Prism Soccer was better than Select Soccer. Some people do like Select a lot, especially in NFL, for instance. Especially with the three, was it concourse, the level, field level, concourse level, stadium level? I can't remember the level right now. Very late here on a Sunday evening. But yeah, there's those levels of cards they do, and the tie dyes are nice, camo stuff. So listen, again, people like what they like. Is again similar with secondary market value. That can have quite a high price point on them, white sparkles and stuff like that, and the low number stuff. So it could be one to watch out for on the FIFA Select. And then we have Upper Deck Ice Hockey. So we have 6 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, boxes per case, 24 to 12 box in the cases, set size of 255 cards. So here what's what to expect in a hobby box. So autographs or memorabilia cards is 1, Depth of Winter cards 3, Sub-Zero cards 1, Green Parallels 12, Purple Parallels 3, Ice Premiers 2, Base Rookies 12. For the ice hockey fans out there, I'm sure the Upper Deck's been sort of staple. It's not so exquisite, which is the higher end stuff as well in ice hockey, but Upper Deck ice hockey is always sort of a staple in the hockey calendar. Nice amount of cards, I suppose, with the parallels and the rookies, etc. Not great with just the 1 auto memorabilia, but it is what it is. And then we have Topps Pro Debut Baseball. This is interesting. There we go. So in the hobby, we have 8 cards per pack. In a jumbo, 24. Packs per box. In a hobby, there's 24. In a jumbo, there's 6. Boxes per case. Hobby, there is 12. In jumbo, there is 8. Set size is 200 cards. So what to expect in a hobby box is 4 autographs, 4 complex league rising stars, 2 heroes of the diamond, 2 MILB legends, 2 road to the show, 12 chrome, and 1 chrome refractor. And then with the jumbo, it's 3 autos. Interesting. Interesting with the pro debut. I don't remember looking into this one as much as the others. just because I'm less interested in the baseball stuff. But yeah, I don't remember seeing the sort of the pro debut sort of patchy things that they talk about putting on jerseys, etc. I don't remember seeing that in there in any patches of the cards. I remember seeing some of the cards and it looked all right, looked nice. Decent time for it to come out as well with baseball. Sort of mid-season-ish, just gone. So you could do well. Topps Pro debut. Interesting. Next up, we have Panini Phoenix Basketball. So 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box, 16 boxes per case. And what to expect in a hobby box is 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card, 6 inserts, and 12 parallels. Again, Phoenix, a bit like Spectra, so one of them sort of, nice, bold designs, not overly sought after, especially in the secondary market, but there'll be some certain players that are going to command, obviously, maybe in basketball. Your Wembinyamas and your parallel Wembinyamas, etc., are going to still have a slight demand for them just for the fact it's this generational talent, it's rarity of the card, etc. But again, like most products, it's they're going to have the Wembanyama license, but no Wembanyama auto because this is Panini, just like the earlier mentioned Spectra in basketball. It's, because it's from Panini, it's going to have him in the Spurs uniform because they still have the NBA license, but they do not have the player license for autographs. So there'll be no Wembanyama autos, but there'll be low-numbered Wemby rookies in there that, again, will still have a premium on them, should we say. And then last but not least, for products coming out this next 7 days is Panini Select NASCAR, another Select product. Select NASCAR Racing. So we're getting 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per hobby box, 12 boxes per hobby case. And what to expect in a hobby box is 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card, and 12 Prism parallels. They look nice. I didn't know why they look. Look nice. I like the sort of car used jersey sort of patchy thing to put in there. Overall patches. There we go. Nice looking cards. Something I don't really watch and have much of an interest in NASCAR, but for those that do, Select's out. Treat yourselves. Let me know if you're a NASCAR fan. This is something you're interested in. Well, that's it for latest products. Now let's get into actual sports. The sports around the cards we buy for, eh? I'm going to start with the madness of tennis. Novak. Well, first off, Alcaraz was knocked out, and then Novak Djokovic got knocked out. Absolutely crazy. Which I think, we obviously sort of accepted his sort of Djokovic's decline. Was he 37 now? We know he's not going to be. I mean, he's still very dominant, but he's not going to be the same dominance he's been for the last, 10 years. So, yeah, especially after winning Olympic gold as well, just weeks ago. But Carlos Alcaraz, he's obviously one of the faces. I think him, was it Yannick Sinner, and there's a few others, but Alcaraz seems to be that sort of powerful young sort of reincarnation of Rafael Nadal. He got knocked out. Pretty sure, was it straight sets or did he win a set? Yeah, maybe straight sets or maybe it's 4 sets. He got knocked out, but yeah, big shock there on the men's side of the tennis. I don't want to dwell too much on it because it's a bit like F1 last year. You sort of the top guys go out and he's just a bit less interest. I'm not gonna lie, there's a bit less interest. I saw, is it TFO? I think it's a TFO. Yeah, just like, oh, this could be interesting. He's gonna win this year then. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I think it's interesting, obviously, with the new tennis products coming out and they're sort of selling quite well, especially if you look at resale, look at breakers are doing well on it as well because of the the autos in there, and then the 2 biggest ones, your Alcaraz and your Djokovic both go out quite very early in the championship. So yeah, interesting. Maybe they had a bad wrists from all the autos they were signing. They're not used to it. F1 that's just not long finished. The Monza Grand Prix looks like a McLaren wanted the way they were set up on the grid. Piastri obviously took the lead on the first lap, and a few sort of, I won't say dodgy pit stops, a few slower than average pit stops. Crazy strategy from Ferrari, one stop, it's crazy. Obviously smart and worked out well. And yeah, Charles Leclerc gets the victory for Ferrari. I'm not gonna lie, going into the race, I thought it was going to be a quite dominant McLaren, especially the week before with the 23-second gap to Verstappen. They seemed, I think they were, was it half a second quicker than, or 0.6? Yeah, of a second faster than Red Bull on the grid. And I was like, oh, if they're at the front, they can just keep building that lead. By the time they pit, they could be a good, 20 odd seconds ahead already. So, if not more. So yeah, I was quite surprised. Yeah, I thought Mercedes looked decent in patches as well. Seemed to have some decent speed. So it's getting interesting again. Just over halfway, the point gap is coming down. So we're good plus side if you're not a biggest Verstappen fan. Norris still did chip some points away at Verstappen, obviously with him finishing third. I'm gonna put it on record now. I think I said it a bit ago, but I'm putting on record because it's like a second race for me. Where if I am in charge of McLaren, I think they should have let Lando win that race instead of giving that position back to Piastri for the points. And now again, I think they should have told Piastri, listen, you know, my guy Lando is a few seconds behind you. Just ease off the gas. You ain't catching Charles. I mean, don't get wrong. Was it last 2 laps? He knocked off like 5 seconds or something like that. But you know you're getting close. Just chill for 3 or 4 seconds. Lando takes second. Boom, extra points. I mean, them points coming to the end of the season. So I'm saying them points from finishing first and this time finishing second, as opposed to finishing second and finishing third in this race. It could be a big difference. So mark it down. The date, time you've listened to this podcast, mark it down before the season's finished. That I said this. Then points could be costly come the end of the season. So I'm going to say. I should have looked into it and see what the gaps would have been different. And then we could have gone into more. But let's have a quick look now. I'll head over. What is the current gap? So the current gap is 62 points. That's all I'm going to say. 62 points is the current gap. That's not a lot, is it? You think about it, just off the halfway. So, yeah, mark my words. That could come back to haunt them. That's all I'm going to say. And then we'll go off balls. We've got a crazy. Obviously, we had the transfer deadline window finishing, some crazy last minute moves. Raheem Sterling now at Arsenal. Be interesting. Obviously, Declan Rice getting sent off and Arsenal dropping points. The first of the sort of the big, let's say big three because of Liverpool. But dropping points really. Liverpool have been on fire, smashed United 3-0 at Old Trafford. I think obviously we had the Klopp last year and it didn't finish the way it sort of started. They didn't get the farewell that everyone thought it was going to get. But I do think the players that are leaving, which are going to be obviously Mo Salah, he's talked about it, possibly Virgil van Dijk, possibly Trent, are sort of saying, listen, we want to leave on a high. So I wouldn't be surprised to come in this season. They're up there. I won't be surprised for a bit of a special Liverpool, barring injuries. I think if they do get injuries to some, again, Virgil, it would be a big one. I think, again, Mo Salah again, it'd be a big one. Yeah. Although I do think Luis Diaz could step up a little bit and, do more if Salah was out. So I don't think they'd be extremely hampered. But yeah, Mo Salah is a difference maker for sure. Obviously, City were in fine form. Haaland is what can you say about that guy? I think I talked about him 20 odd podcasts ago, 30 odd podcasts ago, maybe more. And I was saying that, he's done everything now, at a young age, done everything. We saw as soon as he came into the Premier League products, like the Prism Selects League Club 2 years ago, and his first one's in a City shirt, the price him auto straight away, and this, that, the other. And then you sort of think, okay, well, then he's won the treble. You think, oh, well, Jesus, he's done everything. But where else now can he go to keep this sort of interest in his cards, or and keep the price here? Or we've seen it in NFL with Patrick Mahomes, for instance. His prices were dipping. I was picking up cards of his last bit after this time, maybe like October, November, even December time, begin December, because the Chiefs weren't doing great. Don't bear in mind this guy had already won two Super Bowls and two Super Bowl MVPs at this point, and one regular season MVP, and his prices were plummeting. So I picked up a few of his cards as a collector. Although I did just sell one, but that's because that was a base optic rookie, and I have the hollow, so I just got rid of it to free up some capital, and obviously the prices are good. And I thought similar with Haaland. I thought, can his prices get better than this, because he's just won the treble at Man City. Next year is just going to be a second year sort of prism at City, and a second year autos and this that the other, and he comes by this season after winning it. Obviously didn't win the treble last year, but 4 Premier League titles, never done before. This year comes out and was it back-to-back hat-tricks again, just like that first season of the Prem. I'm pretty sure he did it then. Did he not? Back-to-back hat-tricks or something crazy. So yeah, absolute unbelievable scenes from this guy. Be interesting, because there's that big thing getting about certain big teams. Can he show up against the best defenders? I think he's had tough nights against scoring wise. I think he's done well as a body sometimes, and movement. The stuff that people don't really applaud you for, but the sort of the hold up play against us, like Rudiger and stuff like that, he's not been there and stuff like that. So I think the big one for City, obviously they beat Chelsea, and I think they got lucky getting Chelsea early on, because Chelsea could come to be a bit of a decent side when they figure it all out. They look good in spells. Again, drew today against Palace, which nothing to be. The Palace are a well drilled team. But yeah, I think that'll be interesting coming in the season, where especially when they got Liverpool and Arsenal. Can Haaland still be getting 2 goals a game, then 3 goals a game? Then can he score? Can he make a difference that way? We shall see. And then also want to talk about the craziness that was, not sports related, but bear with me, because it's the card show and it relates, because it always does. So we'll talk about the Oasis reunion tour ticket madness. Did anyone get tickets? If you got tickets, congrats to you. Hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. If you got them to resell, even better for yourself, I suppose. If it all works out and you can resell them as well. There's rumours that they were going to cut down. You can only sell them back on that platform, and it was going to be a cap price, etc., etc., etc. Whether that comes true or not, we'll see. Obviously all the jokes of the queue, the sort of the queue picture. You're 8119464 in the queue, and then it was like, unfortunately, Oasis are split. While this time you're in this queue, sort of thing, which is quite funny. I think it will go ahead. I think it will go ahead. Sort of hope it does. I would say I'm an Oasis fan, probably not as much as a lot of other people. I have vinyls. I grew up with them as a Manchester boy. I grew up with them quite a bit in my household. Like most sort of Manchester bands, I would say I'm, the Smiths, Joy Division, Oasis, Stone Roses. I suppose with James, I suppose as well, but yeah. I didn't overly try. I think I'd sort of logged onto Ticketmaster and saw my queue number and just give up. I couldn't bother waiting by my phone and whatnot and do not nonsense, or so I just moved on. I think there'd be good nights. I think Ireland would be good for them. Is it Croke Park? I don't know if I'm saying that, pronounce that right. Croke Park. I'm surprised with Heaton Park. In some ways, I thought they would have, sure you want to end it, potentially end your careers as Oasis at City's ground, especially what is it, summer of next year, June next year, I believe it is in Manchester. Definitely, yeah, we could potentially celebrated winning Premier League 5 times in a row, which is unprecedented. Could another Champions League potentially? We could have done all sorts. We won the Charity Shield, for God's sake. You don't usually win the Charity Shield, so we could win every trophy, and then you could end it with an Oasis. At the Etihad in June, and yeah, nothing. They went to Heaton Park, so interesting. But if you did miss out, and you're an Oasis fan, and you're gutted, well, head over to Iconic Trading Cards, register yourself on their email address, and make sure you get the Oasis trading card set. For that, fully licensed. Yeah, from the photographer that was there from their very first album. I mean, what more do you want? There's also a little plectrum. I think it's a full little guitar pick in the card. It's auto cards as well from the band, the OG band. So make sure you're on the website, registered on Iconic Trading Cards. Hit them up on Instagram. And yeah, you would have seen, I think I put some reels up. I'm not sure on the little YouTube video yet, but I've definitely done a reel of the cards I have. Theirs, they're coming out soon as well. But what a great time to talk about sort of an impending release. I know the demand exceeded the original sort of production quantity, so they've upped that now to make sure that I think they almost doubled. I think it went from 500 to 1,000 maybe. I'll double check that. We'll get the boy Lawrence on again soon for sure. Closer to release, do a little release special. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do one of them ones. So yeah, because again, demand's there. So make sure you're registered, because you will then get first dibs. You don't want to miss out on this as well. Having this sort of collection, this sort of memorabilia in your collection, should we say? So yeah, make sure you're down and get it. I'm excited. They're a very, very nice looking cards. I will say that. Have a good feel to them. Head over to the Instagram. There'll be a reel on there. Just scroll a few back, and you'll see them. And check the previous. We should have got. I don't think it did. Maybe we should do more. I'll do a little YouTube videos on them if I've not already. But yeah, very nice looking cards. I'm looking forward to. I'm registered, so I'm a man of my word. I don't just talk about it. I'm registered. I know my good friend Sports Cards UK is as well. I think he's done a few little reels and TikToks etc. on them. So, but yeah, very nice looking cards. Again, always nice to have that sort of the connection, the memorabilia of these favorite bands. I'm looking forward to what they do in the future as well. I mean, spoken to Lawrence, and obviously on a previous pod, I'm sure you listened to it. I heard great response to it, which is appreciated. And it was something a bit different from sports cards. But again, it's the card show, boys. It's the card show, ladies. Let's go. So we had them all. We had it all, and memorabilia and his story as well. Yeah, crazy. It's about a guy who's research, put the work in from 0 to 100, man. He did it all, man. So yeah, massively behind him. Looking forward to the release massively. So make sure you get yourself over there registered. Don't miss out. Why would you miss out? Why? Sign up. Get them. Don't miss out like you did on tickets. Don't be sad. I know you were on Saturday. I know you was. Websites were crashing. Resellers were selling them for 8 times the original amount. Don't miss out on this and be in the same boat. Get over to Iconic Trading Cards, register for the pre-sale, get them. That's enough of a push. I don't affiliate, by the way. I don't get money off this. I just like the product, and I want people to get the product that they will like as well, that they have a connection to that band. And again, once you're following them on Instagram and you signed up, you'll get the notifications when the new stuff comes out. You never know what bands or whatever they could do next that you could be interested in. So make sure you're following them. That's all I want to say there. But yeah, well, that is it. Yeah, we've gone through new products, gone through sports. Don't think I missed anything. Obviously, NFL starts, basketball at the moment. There's probably other sports that I probably could have talked about, but I don't have that much of an interest in, and they don't really tie it in with the card stuff. I mean, I suppose I'm going to start talking about darts soon, right? Because of the Panini dart stuff that's going on. I don't know if you saw that news update. Panini are doing darts. Was it the Premier Darts League, PDL? I may have just made it up, but I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention. I'm glad Panini are doing something. I was worried that they were gonna squander into the abyss with Topps taking all licenses in what 12 months time, etc. So yeah, I'm hoping Panini do more of this sort of stuff. Maybe get League One and Championship, and still have a football presence. So it'd be cool if Championship had a sticker book. Imagine that every year, yeah, and cards for them people, because there's some good rookies that are going missing there. So you look at, was it Jay Stanfield gone to Birmingham? I know his talks at Fulham. I know a few Fulham people that liked him. So yeah, I hope we still have a bit of a. I do try all these other sports as well, like tennis and see got darts. I hope they do try some other stuff, man, to keep that Panini thing going. But again, if I was in charge, I would have cashed into Topps, man, Fanatics, and made some deal just to keep. I mean, as a collector and an investor, to go into, like, if they'd done it last year, if it was all about all this thing was going on, if Topps had bought it and they'd done it properly and they could share the product share license, and this year we could have had all those goddamn Wembenyama rookies fully licensed, autoed up from every product, from Prism to Bowman Chrome, Ugh, yeah, just imagine. And then same with an NFL side, CJ Stroud's. I believe Anthony Richardson has now switched from Panini exclusive to Fanatics, so that's going to be interesting going forward. Obviously, a lot of new products have come out just before recording this, and I didn't talk about the ones coming out. So like the composite, the midnight, and obviously top basketball came out as well, Chrome, whatever it was. So yeah, it's a shame we're missing out on that sort of stuff, the unlicensed stuff. I mean, I talked about it on the lookout. The new Bowman for the basketball, the Wembenyama prices came out the gate, and they were quite less than the Prism, which is interesting, and they've already started dropping. But there's still an opportunity. I believe there's still an opportunity there, because it's all about being first on the market, and if you can sort of get them graded quick time, get a quick turnaround, there'd be big interest, especially in the other refractors. And obviously they do have autos, it's just unlicensed, but he's very smart. There's other players in there that the kits just look horrible. Be like Jude Bellingham in that blue England kit, just all one muddy blue colour. I don't know if I said muddy blue, like a dark blue. It was horrible. Because of the license issue during the Euros, and they did that too, but it just looks so bad. But with Wembenyama, they knew he was a cash cow, and he made sure it was a sneaky over the shoulder head turn holding the basketball, so you wouldn't even know some license. I thought it would have done a bit better with the NFL stuff, the composite stuff, because obviously it just does look like leaf cards last few years, the no badge scenario. But listen, you got to take away how you can get it, right? So yeah, it is what it is. Then and the Arsenal has some of the top stuff isn't the best looking, not gonna lie, but there is some nice looking cards in there. So I'm gonna say in that part. But yeah, it would have just been a whole lot better if Panini just took the money and ran. Took the money. I'm sure you could have done a deal where you get money as well, residuals every year, from sales or this, but just let out the names of Prism slots, so they can still use them products, and we can still get those players with those products. Maybe I'm just being greedy as a collector. It's a hobbyist in me that just wanted it all. I mean, imagine Caleb Williams. You got to think about that sort of as well. He's going to be the next big one everyone wants. Stroud from last year. He's just so much stuff we're going to miss out on. Obviously, I'm not going to get Mahomes rookie stuff. I'm from 8 years ago, but still to have licensed Mahomes stuff over the products would be nice. It's just a shame. Just a shame. But I digress as always. But no, if you listen this far, you are the real MVPs. I appreciate you. I don't know if I say it enough. I don't know, but I really do appreciate you all for every like, comment, subscription, everyone that follows me on all the socials, any social, and likes, comments, etc. You are appreciated more than you know. Hopefully I'll be back at shows in soon. Yeah, I will. I'm tempted to do Milton Keynes just because I have a bit of free time around there as well, so it could work well. London in November as well. It's always a bit tricky with my birthday in November. No, the got massive birthday plans at my age, but still, you always want to do something, right? But yeah, we'll go back to the show soon. It's always going to be cool to catch up with people. Should have a special guest on next week. Should be recording that one tomorrow, and maybe a few more lined up as well. But no, I'm glad we had the little hobby rundown, new products, a bit of sports rundown. I got to chat to you guys as always. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, then I appreciate you, and you just get to hear my voice and don't get to see me in my crazy ways. And if you're watching on YouTube, I love you as always. You get to see all this craziness and this beautiful house of mine. Yeah, my house, my piano over here, because I play piano so much. But no, appreciate you guys as always. Take care. I will see you guys soon. And as always, hit me up if you want any more questions asking. I will be doing another one soon, getting a few sort of the similar questions. I'm gonna try and do some more sort of content around basic stuff in the hobby as well. Yeah, and my boy Sports Card UK has been doing a lot of stuff like that on TikTok. So yeah, I think it's always good to get sort of that sort of news and information out as well. So thanks once again, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.